Well, what do you say? Let's get updated on our current ag commodity prices with our quotes provided by Bar Chart. We'll begin with a look at our corn market right now. So let's take a look at the big board. And right now on that March contract, we're getting even a little weaker than what we were on the open. March corn now trading 3.5 lower at 675.5. Wow, we're only one tick from our low of the day now. And look at December new crop. We're down 3 at 594.75. Same story there, only one tick from its low of the day at this point. So getting a little weak here. And look at soybeans. Soybeans had been trading higher. When I came into work this morning, I think soybeans were up like 6 or 7 cents. And now look at them. March beans down 6.5 at 1514.75, only one tick from its low of the morning trade. I was looking at a minute-by-minute chart here just a little bit ago, and it's just like a waterfall pattern here in the last couple hours. Now you have that July contract currently trading 6.25 lower with $15.75. It's really on the cusp of going below that level, that benchmark. Now looking at November soybeans, we're at 1363.5, and that is now down 3.75 cents. Okay, let's take a look at the wheat market then. Now, Chicago has been trading weaker than the other two exchanges, but March wheat in Chicago still 4 cents higher right now at 754.25. It's about a dime off of its earlier low of the day, and July is now 3 higher. Kansas City wheat has been leading the way this morning. March is up 9.25 at 885.25. And the July contract, the new crop month, is up a nickel. Minneapolis wheat, we're up 4.75 on the nearby March, and you have July 2.25 higher. March cotton, currently 47 points higher at 83.74 per pound. And you have December new crop up 28 points at 84.01. Well, I want to call on Mr. Ben Hushon, and he is with the mill. He is in Whitehall, Maryland. And he joins us right now for an update on conditions in the Mid-Atlantic region when it comes to ag production. And I'm real curious what the farmers are up to this time of year, because it's a little early to be out there doing much planting, maybe even much tillage. What are the farmers up to?
Good morning, Marlin. Well, I'll tell you, just like Tim Ross said last Tuesday at this time, we had cold weather blow in Friday. Came in Friday all day, right on through the weekend. We had some single digits overnight. And one of the things I talked about last week about lime trucks weren't able to run. Boy, they were running all weekend long, getting lime spread in fields. And I'm sure they didn't get it all done, but they finally, in some cases, got started. And for the viewers, I sent in some pictures. You asked what are farmers doing? Well, they're planning by getting manure hauled in. So as a reminder, the Maryland farmers are bound by the nutrient management law, and they cannot spread any form of nitrogen or phosphorus according to law until March 1st. So what you see as you drive down the road is various forms of manure, mostly chicken. I saw a little bit of biosolids in one of those pictures, but they're being piled at the edge of fields, waiting for the date. And a lot of fingers crossed, Marlin. We have no frost in the ground, so we're hoping Maryland makes an exception, which they typically bring a group of agronomists together and will make an exception and open it up earlier if they believe it's the right agronomic decision. So lots of getting ready. I don't hear any engines idling, but certainly getting closer as we're back in the 40s and 50s again this week after our brief chill.
Well, for this particular function of the year, it might be a great thing that you have close proximity to D.C., huh?
I'm not sure I'm ever going to claim that that's a great thing. Those decisions on the nutrient management law in Maryland are decided in Annapolis and with University of Maryland Extension. From what we understand, it's kind of a quiet group. Of course, even Pennsylvania, we haven't really seen much gone on up in Pennsylvania yet. Hauled a few loads of fertilizer to some folks that want to get their hay kicked off and in gear, but nothing too aggressive yet. But we get back into the 60s by this weekend if the ground's fit, there may be some folks get started in spreading fertilizer, but definitely lime is still needs to be done on many, many acres.
Well, of course, I'm just talking in jest about the availability of the material for the piles there. So anyway, wish you all the best out there. Thank you for the update, and we'll talk with you next week. Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland, and we'll come back in a moment. I'll run through our livestock trade next.